Is Raul Meza Jr. a serial killer? You decide. In the heart of Texas, a chilling tale of darkness unfolded. A tale that would haunt the residents of Austin for decades. This is the story of Raul Meza Jr., a man whose crimes were buried beneath the veil of parole and misplaced trust. But there is a grim truth behind that seemingly ordinary exterior. Tonight, we dive into the horrors of Raul Meza Jr.'s past and present, a story that many wish to forget but could not escape. In 1982, Raul Meza Jr. was a 22-year-old hairstylist living with his mother and stepfather in a modest trailer. But beneath that ordinary exterior, darkness lurked. That January, an 8-year-old girl named Kendra Page vanished without a trace, only to be found later, strangled and discarded beside a local school. Kendra's lifeless body lay beside a dumpster, the innocence of childhood stolen away. Her bicycle, left abandoned, held the key to solving the case: fingerprints. Those fingerprints led police to Raul Meza Jr., and what followed would shock the entire community. Meza was taken into custody, the evidence damning. He pleaded guilty to Kendra's brutal murder, and the judge sentenced him to 30 years in prison. But there was more to Raul Meza's story. His dark history extended further back. Years before Kendra's death, in 1975, a young Raul Meza had already proven himself capable of violence. During a robbery at a convenience store, the manager was shot in the back, though he survived. Meza was sentenced to 20 years, but served only 5, slipping through the cracks of the justice system. Despite his past, Meza was released early. Good behavior, they said. Mandatory supervision would keep him in line, they claimed. But the people were furious. Headlines warned of the danger he posed. Protests followed him wherever he went. But despite the anger and fear, Raul Meza re-entered society. Meza drifted from place to place, shunned by halfway houses and communities alike. He eventually found shelter at his grandparents' farm, far from prying eyes. But even isolation could not keep Raul Meza away from trouble. By 2012, Raul had moved to Austin once again, next door to Gloria Lofton. On May 9, 2019, Gloria was found dead in her bedroom. At first, the cause of death was undetermined, but the truth was far more sinister. A rape kit would eventually link Raul Meza to the crime, but no one acted on it, not until more lives were lost. In May 2023, 80-year-old Jesse Fraga was found strangled in his home. A wellness check, prompted by his worried niece, revealed the horrifying scene. When questioned, Raul Meza not only admitted to Jesse's murder, but also confessed to killing Gloria Lofton years earlier. When the police apprehended Meza, they found tools of terror in his possession: zip ties, duct tape, and a .22 caliber pistol. His confessions painted a picture of a calculated killer, a man who seemed to have evaded justice for far too long. Authorities began re-examining numerous unsolved homicides from the Austin area, all linked by the brutal similarities to Meza's methods. Was Raul Meza Jr. a serial killer all along? A man whose crimes went unnoticed in the chaos of bureaucracy and oversight? The truth remains shrouded in darkness. Raul Meza Jr.'s life is a haunting reminder of the dangers that lurk in the shadows, of how easily justice can be thwarted, and how evil can slip through the cracks. As we await the final verdict, the families of his victims are left wondering if they will ever see true justice served. Remember, the darkest stories are often the truest. Stay vigilant and stay safe.